So I am currently sitting outside of the eye doctor waiting for Brandon. He's getting fitted for contact lenses. And I am sitting in the parking lot waiting for him. And then he ended up having to go back in, blah, 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 has a second appointment, long story. And I'm still waiting. And so I thought while I was sitting here waiting, I might as well do a quick update and let you guys know where I'm at with my health and all of that, since it's been a long time since I have updated. Overall, I'm doing great. I have no complaints. Life's good. Obviously, we're in the middle of a pandemic, blah, 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 all that. So I actually haven't gone. Normally, I go once a year for MRIs, unless there's like a problem going on, which there hasn't been problems, but thankfully, I just go once a year to get updated MRI scans, and that would have been in May, but obviously that was like in the middle of everything. So my neurologist actually just called me over the phone and we did a virtual appointment, and just to make sure that everything was going good and I wasn't having any problems or concerns or anything like that. And then they've just done my blood work several times just to kind of monitor things that way. And they're holding off on doing new scans until they feel more comfortable and until things kind of calm down a little bit. Sorry, I'm sitting like in the shade in the parking lot, so this lighting is kind of weird, but anyway. So yeah, I don't really know as far as my scans go. My last ones were in May of 2019 and they looked great. I haven't had any disease progression since my original diagnosis 5 years ago. So that's amazing. Hopefully it stays that way. Most likely it won't, but for now I'll take it. And I have still taking a Baggio. That's going well. Like I said, they just do blood work every about 6 months now, just to monitor all of that. And I have been struggling with keeping my B12 levels normal. They've been low. I've had problems in the past with them being low, so I actually do a B12 injection. I was just doing it once a month, but now they've increased that to every 2 weeks to try and get it back, because it's just barely hovering. Like, it went up a little bit and now it's just barely hovering in the low normal range. So hopefully that will help get that where it needs to be. But my vitamin D, that's been good, which is great. And yeah, but as far as how I feel good. Like, I really don't feel like I have a lot to complain about. I do go through bouts of fatigue, and that's, I'm also a mother of 4 children, and my youngest is 3, so sometimes I don't get the best sleep, or sometimes I'm really busy. I'm also homeschooling, all the things. So, like, I'm normal. Like, for a normal person, I think I would be tired, right? I do know, like, exercising and all that, like, helps with fatigue. And so I have, I know that plays a role in if I'm exercising, and doing, taking care of myself, that helps too. So my eating has been great. I've been, just been really focusing more on what I eat, and I've actually lost some weight from that, so that's good. So overall, my health is good. I really don't have much to complain about, or I overall feel very grateful. Because as you know, who knows what it will look like down the road. So I am appreciating the fact that it is good right now, and hopefully it can last as long as possible. And I'm going to do whatever I need to do in the meantime to keep it that way, right? But yeah, so that's kind of just the update as far as my MS is going. I do get a lot of questions about my burning feet situation, and for those of you who don't know, a few years ago I ended up with strep throat, and after I recovered from that, then I ended up with a flare-up, and I got started having problems with my feet, feeling like they were burning. And there is a name for it. Can't think of it right now. Para something. Anyway, they had prescribed me gabapentin, and ultimately I made the choice not to take the gabapentin just because I have a family that was on gabapentin in the past, and it wasn't good. And I know it works great for some people, and obviously if like it got to a point where I needed to do something, like this isn't working, then I would try gabapentin. But I felt like I could tolerate it and do what I needed to do just to get through it, and I didn't really want to add another medication with side effects, possible side effects, and so I chose not to take the gabapentin. However, it's actually a lot better now. I do notice, like, I still have problems with my feet. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but if my feet get cold, it feels like they're burning. So I do have to try and keep my feet from getting cold. So as winter approaches, like, I just have to do things like wear socks and, you know, things like that. So I do notice a direct correlation when my feet get cold. It feels like they're burning. And before, in the beginning, it used to feel like they were, like, it hurt almost, like it just needed relief, like put an ice pack on my feet. That's how it felt. So I don't really feel like that that sensation as much anymore. Now it's just like right now my feet are kind of cold, and I can kind of like, they just feel different when they're cold, more than a normal when your feet are cold. But yeah, really overall, I do get like muscle spasms occasionally, and I've noticed that if I'm not drinking enough water, then that happens more often. And then I do get occasional like leg pain, and it's just like a really intense, sharp pain in my, either like it can be in my like lower legs or my upper legs, and it doesn't last a long time. It goes away, but then it's kind of like it comes and goes for a while, and then it will go away. So that's annoying, but you know, again, it's not affecting my quality of life. It's not like, you know, I can still walk fine. I don't have any problems with that. Yeah. So that's basically the overall picture of my health. Overall, I'd say I'm doing pretty great. And yeah, just trying to, I think, you know, the biggest hurdle that I've had in this pandemic, I think along with everyone else, is just focusing on my mental health and making sure that, you know, because this whole thing has been so weird, and just dealing with everything like it's been hard to like keep that in check, but I'm doing well. Thankfully I have a husband who's is super supportive, and you know, we can, you know, get out and go on a walk or do things that, like, you know, keep us sane. So anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, and if you guys have any questions, I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for all your comments, and if you have questions, feel free to, you can comment. You could also, I'm on Instagram. It is linked on my channel, so you can send me a DM on Instagram or comment on Instagram, and I will get in touch with you that way as well if you have any questions. Also, if there is any videos that you guys are wanting me to make, let me know on that, and I would be happy to go make other videos if there's other questions that you guys have. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing amazing. I hope that you are healthy and doing well, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.